Welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to talk about buy rentals in this gold rush, gold mine market. Let's go for it. This is the tip of the iceberg. How would you like to buy an income property in the Silicon Valley of the South and the Wall Street of the South as well? That's right. According to the Wall Street Journal, NASDAQ plans a second U.S. headquarters in Texas, in Dallas, Fort Worth. The stock exchange operator is going to open its first regional headquarters in Dallas. They call it Wall Street, serving Texas and the entire Southeast. NASDAQ has more than 200 listed companies based in Texas. Making a big investment in the Lone Star State is becoming a trend among financial institutions. Even Elon Musk is a proponent of this fast growth financial hub. Again, Wall Street Journal. Welcome to Wall Street, Texas, burgeoning financial hub. Goldman Sachs is also emerging in this particular market, and Wells Fargo and Charles Schwab, all the financial firms. Texas investment banking, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, has grown massively in the past 20 years. Dallas now ranks second to New York City among metro areas in the number of workers employed in the finance-related industries. Wall Street remains the center of the investment universe, but Wall Street is gaining rapidly. JP Morgan has more employees in Texas, 31,000, than in New York State, 28,300. In Texas, 12,700 employees work in the Dallas suburbs of Plano. The sprawling landscape illustrates an expansion that has brought to North Texas a presence in the financial services that now sits second only to New York City in the U.S. And the growth of the Wall Street is accelerating. That's right. Like I said, Wall Street of the South and Silicon Valley of the South, which I will go into more details. This is absolutely amazing. You did not know that, right? Now you know. Here we go. What's driving the migration? The economy, obviously. Texas has more Fortune 500 companies in the country, and Dallas Fort Worth is leading the way. A lot of companies, a lot of second headquarters, a lot of corporations are moving into Texas, specifically into North Dallas. This is a game changer. In fact, in the next several decades, Texas is closing in on California population-wise. Right now, Texas have 29 million people. California have 39.5. See, the landscape of Texas equal to the land mass of California. 36 million people by the year 2040, which is only, 15 years away. Texas will continue to grow more than ever, 36 million to 42 million in California. Who knows, beyond 2040, Texas will no doubt, in my opinion, will be the largest population state in the country somewhere beyond 2040. Hopefully, probably beyond my lifetime. DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, some market data going into 2025. Look at this. Population growth already more than 8 million. Larger than the San Francisco Bay Area where I live. Job creation, look at this, 4.2 million workforce size. Job added since 2020, 620,000. Growth, renting trends, medium size of home is only less than 400 grand, less than the medium, nationwide medium. Upcoming projects, whole bunch of high-tech companies moving into small town USA. I will go over that throughout later on in this presentation. Now, this is mind-boggling. I bet you did not know there are 3,000 counties and 19,000 cities in the US. Keep that in mind. I'm going to share this information in the next few minutes to you, which is absolutely mind-boggling. So if you are serious real estate investor, mom and pop investors, whoever you are, this is the data. This is the trend you need to pay attention. Okay, here we go. Amazing. Among the fastest growth cities, according to US Census Bureau, from 2020 to 2023, 6 of the cities in Dallas area, in North Texas, among the top 15 in the country from 2020 to 2023 are all located in North Texas. They call it Salina. Look at this growth, 143% growth in a mere 3 years. From a sleepy town several years ago to a emerging town and into a full-fledged city, and all the surrounding cities, small towns, Roy City, Melissa, Princeton, Anna, Forney. Look at this exponential growth in population and jobs. This is 2020 to 2023. Now let's fast forward to 2025. The latest breaking news from US Census Bureau, May 2025. According to the US Census Bureau, they can only go from July 1, 2023 to July 2024. US Census Bureau is always like 9 months behind our current time frame. And number one ranking city in the country among 19,000 cities, among 3,000 counties that I just mentioned. Number 1 is Princeton, Texas, not Princeton, New Jersey. Look at the population total growth in 2024. And look at Texas, Fulshire City in North Texas, Salina, Texas, North Texas, Anna, North Texas, Foley, Fate, all in North Texas. Look at this population growth. Look at the percentage increase. Okay. So this is the most current data we have so far. And in fact, in Princeton, we have off-market, turnkey, new construction, new built properties, cash flow in Princeton itself. I'm not going to go over too much detail because I have other information and other videos you can check for more details around Princeton, Texas investment opportunities that you can take advantage of. But I will briefly just mention we have new construction in the fast-growing Princeton for less than $200,000. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath, all cash flow, all with this amazing builder incentive cash flow, which is absolutely incredible. Another model, housing model, $225K, also in Princeton. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1-car garage, 1,419 square foot. Again, you put 30% down payment, you will achieve positive cash flow with the amazing incentives. This property is probably gone. This investment property has been quickly sold and gone. And this is look at this, $230K in Princeton, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2 stories. Amazing cash flow, cap rate, the whole 9 yards. It's just this kind of prices you will not see again beyond today. That's how the limited inventory that we have in Princeton I'll give you more details later. Let's go on to the big picture. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, which North Texas city will be the number 1 fastest growing in the U.S. 2025, 2026, 2027? It is spreading like wildfire for years to come. So far, so good. Is all this data about shocking you? That's right. It is shocking. It's just mind-boggling. Incredible opportunities. But there's more. Which North Texas will be number 1 fastest? We don't know, but I tell you what, look at this. Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is huge. The landscape around here, like 75 mile radius, North Texas. Look at this, look at all the surrounding little cities. By the way, 10 to 15 years ago, if you buy a house in the core of Dallas and Fort Worth, 10 to 15 years ago, maybe like 200,000, 250,000, right? Now, in the inner core of Dallas, Fort Worth, those kind of homes, the median price of homes in inner core is probably 500 to 600,000 or even more. Then the suburban sprawl is growing like wildfire. So the growth in the suburbs, in the suburban, there's so many suburbs. I'm not going to even mention how many, but I don't have time to talk about it. And even those suburbs have grown in the past 5 to 10 years. Garland, Plano, Irving, Arlington, just to name a few. The home prices there are already at least 400, 500K. So you have to go out further. You have to go to the exurb. We'll talk more about that. On your own time, go ahead and try to study all these little boom towns all across the North Texas landscape, and it'll blow your mind. Princeton is only like 30 miles from the core, from downtown Dallas and Fort Worth. And surrounding cities like McKinney and Allen and Frisco, there are some homes for like 500K, 700,000 already in those surrounding areas. And yet in in Princeton, we're getting new construction investment properties for our investors for only in the low 200Ks. And it's too good to be true, but there's more. According to the 2024 US Census Bureau, in my estimation, about 50% of the top 15 fastest growing cities in the country are located within a 75-mile radius of each other. Where? Did I need to mention anymore? North Texas. Absolutely mind-boggling. The clutter of all the small cities located in North Texas, there's this small little area from a high level US landscape-wise in which there are 19,000. Think about it. It's unbelievable. Among 19,000 cities in the country, among 3,000 counties, the top 3 counties are in North Texas, among 3,000 counties. And the top 15 cities, fastest growing, according to the US Census Bureau, around half of them are located in Dallas, Fort Worth, and most of them are located in North Texas. In the entire USA landscape, the huge USA, where there are 350 people living here and all over the US, and this little 75-mile radius is the fastest growing area. This is absolutely insane. That's right. Let's continue. Princeton, Texas, a suburb Dallas, fastest growing, according to 2024, have doubled the population from 17,000 to 37,000. It'll double and triple in the next few years. The United States continue to be a nation of small towns. By the way, real estate investors, just read my lips. Invest in a small town USA. Small town USA. The South experienced the highest average population growth of any region in the US and will continue with this trend for the foreseeable future. Like I said, Princeton, the median price of Princeton is only $325K, according to Zillow, compared to more than $500K and nearly $685,000 in Frisco, which is only a few miles away, 10, 15 miles away to the west of Princeton. Incredible. It's all about affordability. We all know about housing affordability nationwide, the crisis that we're experiencing on a historical basis. Again, fastest growing cities, all clutter in North Texas. It's just surprise you. Even this particular website, every time I drive around North Texas, and I see a white water tower, guess what? I see boomtown. Economics 101, there's a housing shortage here in North Texas. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Okay, housing shortage. There's more demand than supply. Economics 101, when there's more demand than supply, housing prices will increase. That's just the way it is. Hopefully you learn about economics 101 back in high school. Dallas, Fort Worth. Let me just say DFW dominates Texas. $1 million homes all over DFW. But we're not, as investors, we're not buying $1 million homes. We're buying entry-level homes. That's the best way to cash flow with 20 to 25% down payment. Read all the data on each screenshot. You can pause the screenshot for the rest of my presentation and digest each screenshot and all the related data as I go through this pretty long slideshow. My personal top 4 in North Texas are Sherman, Denison, Bonham, and Greenville. All like 1 hour and 15 minutes to the north and to the northeast. That is my personal favorite, at least right now. Growth in North Texas. Look at this. In the past 4 years, 36% growth in Sherman, 30% growth in Denison, 33% in Bonham, 33% in Greenville. Look at this. Look at the differences in home prices in the past 4 years. And it will continue, according to Zillow, by the way, it'll continue to increase. Silicon Alley, Silicon Prairie, the new Silicon Valley in Sherman, Texas. Semiconductor plants propel Sherman into a high-tech future. That's right. High-tech, small town, boom town. This is absolutely incredible. I drove to this North Texas on a tour a couple of weeks ago, and I do a lot of tours. This past 2024, just keep that in mind. Grayson, Hunt, and Collin County, the top 3 fastest growing county in the country. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not 100%, but I think if it is not already, but it will be. Okay, look at the median price in 2024 in Grayson County, only $334, and in Hunt County, only $293. And we buy investment homes, new construction, single-family homes for the low to mid $200K, mind-boggling. Look, 10%, almost 10% median home price growth in 2024 in Grayson County, and almost 5% median home price growth in Hunt County in 2024. What about 2025? 2025 is not over yet. We're halfway through it. Do you think we're going to continue to grow at 5 to 10% appreciation based on the data I just shared with you, the acute shortage, high demand, and low supply? Look, this is obvious. It doesn't take a mathematical genius to determine. I don't have a crystal ball, but based on the trend, based on the data I have provided to you so far, it has to continue to appreciate. How much? I don't know. But if I'm venture to guess, it'll be equal, if not more, than in 2025 than 2024. It's too much to cover. Look, growth in small city, that's the future. Small city, rural growth have increased higher than all the other type of metrics. Suburban, mountain, lake, coastal, mid-sized cities, urban. That's why you buy in the outskirts, in the exurb, in the suburbs from a major metro. That is the future of real estate growth. Invest in America's rural boomtowns, which is North Texas. How often do I have to say this? Here are the growth. Suburban growth has outpaced urban growth. The value of real estate by urban area type. So you follow the trend. You invest in the trend and in the growth as a mom and pop real estate investor, and you will achieve financial freedom fairly quickly. Now, I know it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Real estate investing is a 7 to 10 year journey, maybe slightly more, depends. Buy and hold long term using the investment methodology that I'm sharing with you right now. Too many things to cover. Again, speaking of too many things to cover, you can pause the screenshot, look at my criteria. Emerging market, path of growth, get in early. Commuter towns, rural towns, buy in underserved America, 1 hour away from major metros, mostly in the South and Southeast. You buy new construction at 50% below nationwide median prices. Economic and population growth, buy in the Sun Belt, all these metrics. Good rental market, demand supply imbalance, landlord friendly, desirability, new construction, and buy in major manufacturing plants, high-tech hub, data centers, bringing thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of jobs. So moving into all these little boom towns in North Texas. Pay attention. This is happening. So furthermore, because I've been doing this for more than several decades, I have taken hundreds, if not thousands, of my students and real estate investors to buy in different markets. Throughout my career, I have established a long-term relationship with builders, national and local builders in many markets, not just North Texas, where I have direct access to builders at great pricing for these off-market, below value properties, below market value properties. So you get some great deals. You get some discounts because through the power of my network, we could negotiate with the builder for discount, even though their properties are selling like hotcakes. So we work with over 50 builders in various growth markets throughout the country to service our investors' needs within my network, within my sphere, within my inner circle, if you will. So about 95% of the property we sell are off market. You're not going to find them in a multiple listing service. You're not going to find them in a regular listing agent anywhere in North Texas. We pretty much have a corner in this great off-market, new construction, fast-growing area. New construction, single-family home, and 2 to 4 unit. This is as far as we'll go. 1 to 4 unit, and get a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. That is the blueprint. Of course, we have amazing builder incentive. Look at it. Builder's rate buy down to 5.75%, 30-year fixed rate. Even though today we're seeing extreme elevated mortgage rate for the past few years, but you don't have to deal with that. By buying new, we have warranties. The builder will pay 2% of your closing costs, and you have 1 year free property management. Again, and depending on what builder, depending on what submarket we are working with, sometimes the builders are offering us a $40,000 discount off some of the new construction because they had to move on. They have to build in the new communities, so that they need to sell out their remaining new construction inventory so that they can build in other master plan communities in DFW. So builder come to us because we have a great relationship. We have provided them with many investors who can pull the trigger to buy the brand new constructions. If you buy one, you may get a discount. You buy more than one of the properties at a time, you can more of a discount. So this just is an example of the value of working within my network and nowhere else. This is all these kind of properties. The builders, they allocate, the builders we work with in this market, they allocate a small percentage of the new construction that meet my criteria and my investors' criteria for cash flow. And they allocate a small percentage of their master plan community to our investors only. Amazing, exclusive referral relationship with those builders we have throughout DFW and especially in North Texas. That's the power of relationship. This is just a sample. We call it pro forma. Again, you can read about it on your own. I have covered this kind of metrics in other videos, so you can check out my other videos on my website or on a YouTube channel. Look, this is amazing. Only 20% down payment. Only 20% down payment. You can put more. You can put 20 to 30%. on this brand new property in Sherman. Your down payment is total like $54,000. Rent is $1,900. At the end of the day, positive cash flow, $351. And not only that, no, it's just all the metrics is off the chart. Rent to value ratio, capitalization rate, cash and cash return, total return on investment. Total return on investment first year is 30%, 36%. And this is a very conservative figure. This is just a sample of the pro forma. This one Sherman, this one is in Josephine, somewhere in North Texas. All these pro formas, amazing cash flow, amazing numbers, great metrics. And Greenville, single family home, look at this cash flow. And we have duplex, brand new in Greenville, only $355K at 25% down payment, positive cash flow of almost $800. 1% rent, almost 1% rent to value ratio, 0.9%. You're not going to get that anywhere in the country. And this is the numerical formulas you need to learn. You need to educate yourself. And this is the metrics. On your own, study this, work on this. Our blueprint for our investors, 2 to 6 year whole strategy. You purchase one or more property as soon as possible, like yesterday, based on the fast appreciation potential. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. You hold the property 2 to 6 years. Then you sell the property or do a 1031 tax deferred exchange into 2 or more properties. Then you repeat the process in every 2 to 6 years. Again, we work with many builders to service our investors' needs. Right now, I have more than 1,000 investors within my network. On a typical month, we have 50 plus average available inventory in North Texas. We work with 20 plus builders in the area, DFW. We have 6 in-house lenders we partner with that have unique investment loan program you cannot get anywhere else. Amazing deals, amazing rates, amazing builders rate buy down on our interest rate so you can cash flow even more than you normally would. Absolutely amazing. Again, I'm not going to go over this amazing blueprint. Study this screenshot on your own. That's how you double the process. You only have to invest once and your equity will build up over time so it'll push you forward. Year 1, year 3, year 6, this cash out refinance, tax-free by the way, from the equity, allow you to buy multiple properties beyond today. That is the key. Cash out. We don't know when to cash out refi, anywhere from 2 to 6 years. When to do a 1031, if it's applied to your situation. So this is how you scale. This is I don't know what method you're going to call it. This is the domino effect, the power of real estate investing. That's how you build your portfolio, one rental property at a time. This is how you scale. Okay? This is like a formula. No, you don't have to be an Albert Einstein in order to learn this real estate scaling formula. That's how it's done. I know everybody's situation is different, but if you're really ambitious, if you really focus, you can scale your portfolio fairly quickly in the next 5 to 10 years and beyond. So build your empire mindset. You have to think like an emperor. You build your real estate empire. That's how you can scale slowly, one by one. You can do this only if you invest in a high growth market, in the market I just mentioned to you. You can't really use this kind of investment model in other markets in the country where I just can't think of anything, not in the Midwest or in the West, in the Northeast. No, you cannot use the example that I'm showing you and scale and accelerate your financial dream the way I have shown you so far. In the end, because you're buying turnkey rental properties through our network, through our team on the ground here in North Texas, in the end, it does not matter. Ultimately, how many rental properties you own It does not matter where you live in the country. In the end, when you scale your portfolio from 1 to 5 to 10 properties, whatever your goals are, all you need to spend is 1 to 2 hours per month, quote, managing, end quote, your real estate portfolio. That's right, because we have a team. We have a team of one-stop shop umbrella on the ground. Easy process. Our investment team in DFW will scope, run the numbers, send you properties that fit your criteria. You can do a virtual visit without having to ever leave your home. We'll provide you with photos, videos, and more. Easy lenders for a seamless process. We have in-house acquisition and sales and leasing and management, repairs and maintenance, and more of a truly hand-off experience. You can invest pretty much passively. Isn't it amazing? Contrary to what you've been told, what you've heard about buying investment properties, whether locally or out of state, which is mind-boggling. Why so many investors are drawn to our turnkey new builds investments? Because our veteran team, who's been on the ground in DFW for more than 20 years, they are the best team we have available out of anything. And we tailor, we guide you, and we mentor you. New construction single-family homes start in the low 200. This is mind-boggling, and feature lucrative year-one tax savings, builder concessions, including interest rate buy-down, cash towards closing. As we mentioned, this is just a recap. We select up-and-coming pockets around the Metroplex to offer you great potential for future appreciation and rent growth, allowing to, quote, end quote, snowball your equity faster over time than in any other markets in any part of the country. Our team of in-house property management is offer great property management, by the way, that offer you first year free property management. For the past 100 years almost, house appreciation have increased with a small dip in the housing crash back in 2006. Otherwise, every other year in the past 100 years, real estate will increase in value. So buy and hold over time, long term. The biggest opportunities always come from being early. You got to get in early before if the interest rate. Right now, you have very little competition. And with the interest rate in the foreseeable future comes down, it'll break the dam. If the floodgate will open, you're going to compete against many other people. Then and the prices will be higher. Window to position yourself ahead is closing. So Warren Buffett said, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Be greedy right now. Pull the trigger while everybody else out there is fearful. As I recap, you have 3 options. Do nothing. Stay in financial mediocrity. Number 2, do something on your own. DIY, do it yourself. You can do your own research. It may take weeks, months, years, or even decades before you can pull the trigger. If you pull the trigger, also known as analysis paralysis. The final option, number 3, which obviously I feel is the best option, is to work with us now. Actually, yesterday, the next step is contact me for a 15-minute complimentary consultation. If it's the right fit, I will go over the fees and services associated with working with me. Here's my contact information. So here's the deal. This market is very unique. A lot of you have heard about this market for the first time. It is the Silicon Valley of the South. It is the Wall Street of the South. We have a 75-mile radius of small boomtowns all across the North Texas landscape. We have low-cost, entry-level new construction pricing that will give you the best chance to appreciate faster than other markets. We have cash flow properties, amazing rental market, amazing growth, job growth, migration growth, population growth. What more can you ask for? It checked all the boxes, does it not? That's all I have to say. If you're motivated, if you're committed, if you care about your financial future, if you want to accelerate your financial freedom goals, if you have the necessary capital to take action, then this is your chance. This is your once in a lifetime opportunity, because this type of prices are not going to stay like this much longer. With that said, if you receive any value whatsoever from this video, please like and subscribe and comment on my video. And also put your email on my website at the body of the description so you can become a free member of my real estate investment network, the Ye Real Estate Network. So once you do that, you will receive free email newsletters about various educational contents and investment opportunities come directly into your email inbox on a weekly basis. Join our community of members within our network, okay, of investors. But best of all, again, if you're really motivated, contact me directly. We will work one-on-one so I could tailor-make your financial plan to achieve your financial freedom goals, whatever they are, for yourself and your family and your loved ones. A truly generational wealth building opportunity, a legacy. And so you have my contact information. Thanks for listening. Have a nice day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.